anyway, some of the other stuff that he talked about. He went through a list of several of his accomplishments that he's done so far. You know, here's pretty much what we've done in just the last few weeks, all right, which you would expect. He also talked about his trillion-dollar infrastructure plan. Now, this is something that liberals should love. They should be eating this up. This is something that's actually not that conservative because you're talking about government spending, a big government spending program. Now, in all fairness, Trump doesn't want $1 trillion of government money spent on this. He wants to try to create incentives for the private sector to be able to do a big chunk of this, so there'll be some government money, some private sector money, and he wants to get $1 trillion worth of infrastructure work done. But I think he's going to be very active to be part of the negotiating and the contract bids and such to make sure to get the price down so that you can get maybe $1 trillion worth of stuff for maybe $700 or $800 billion. And if that's $700 or $800 billion, let's see how much of that can be private sector money raised so we reduce the amount that's government money. So that's where he kind of makes it a little bit more conservative. But still, bottom line, Democrats are always talking about how we need more government money for infrastructure, rebuilding airports and roads in inner cities. And Trump said, look, I agree. Let's do that. Let's do that. And here's some of what Trump said. He said, quote, "For too long, we've watched our middle class shrink as we've exported jobs and wealth to foreign countries. We've financed and built on one global project after another, but ignored the fates of our children in the inner cities of Chicago, Baltimore, Detroit, and so many other places throughout our land. We've defended the borders of other nations while leaving our own borders wide open for anyone to cross and for drugs to pour in, now at an unprecedented rate. And we spent trillions of dollars overseas while our infrastructure at home is so badly crumbled." He went on to say crumbling infrastructure will be replaced with new roads, bridges, tunnels, airports, and railways gleaming across our beautiful land. Our terrible drug epidemic will slow down and ultimately stop, and our neglected inner cities will see a rebirth of hope, safety, and opportunity. Well, that's something that Democrats should have been jumping to their feet and cheering and applauding, but they can't stand hearing that. Why? Because it's coming from a Republican. And really, if you think about it, the idea of rebuilding infrastructure, that is something that's pushed more from the Democrats, not the Republicans. And by the way, Trump will actually have some trouble in the Republican Party if he tries to get too much in government funding to be part of this infrastructure program. Because there is the issue of deficit spending. And we do deficit spend by $500 billion a year, and that's got to stop. The debt's getting out of control. So how does he handle stuff like that? So he's probably going to have more of a battle here with Republicans in this than he should with Democrats. But you still get a bunch of Democrats who's like, no, we won't give him the time of day, no matter what.